external world is, in my opinion, A, the creation of God, and B, it bears his signature. So that God did make the marvels of our environment, the ocean and the sky and the sea and the land and the flowers and then the people in it. And no one in his right mind can look at these things and deny the existence of God. As we've already said, as the watch demands a watchmaker, we have a universe that runs like a watch, and the beauties of it are really thrilling things to see. So the world demands a world maker. No one would ever say a watch happened by accident. The idea that the universe could have happened by accident is about the same as saying a tornado could go through a junkyard and put together a F-16 airplane as a result of all of this. It just is simply impossible, and everybody with a brain in his head knows it.
Years, many scientists.
For instance, there used to be an argument that you couldn't have an Old Testament because writing was unknown in those days. Well, the archaeologists at that time excavated a place in Egypt called Tel El Amarna. And the Tel El Amarna tablets demonstrated that not only did writing exist in those days, but that it was a common method of communication for commercial purposes and other things in the world of that day. This bloodletting once upon a time, and bloodletting was thought to be the answer to disease. But we found out later that that's what kills people rather than causes them to live. But the Bible says the life of the body is in the blood. And had that been simply read and accepted once upon a time, it would have affected medical, quote, science, unquote, from the beginning. Perhaps 1/3 of the Bible is prophecy. The Bible prophesied perhaps 200 to 300 separate details about the birth and the life and the death and the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And all of those have come to pass in absolutely perfect fulfillment of what the Old Testament says. The fact that Jesus Christ was born of a virgin, predicted in the Old Testament. Born in the city of Bethlehem, predicted in the Old Testament. Born at a time in which an element of the nations would wail because of him. And we have the New Testament present to us the fulfillment of this. Imagine Herod condemning the children to death in a given area of the world in his attempt to do away with the Messiah, predicted in the Old Testament.